Hey guys, it's Jack and welcome back to the Pin Jack video, and today I thought I'd talk through another one of the Disney pin event sort of classic catalogues. Today I've chosen to do 13 Reflections of Evil, and this was the event from a number of years ago now, we're talking, and it was all centered around the villains, and I love a good villain. So I thought today I'd have a look at some of the pins from that, starting through the catalogue, and just give my general thoughts now, as I have done with previous list series. And so let's start off. Pin number one was the 13 Reflections of Evil Believe Jumbo pin. It was a jumbo hinged pin, limited edition at $250, retail price $85. And that obviously had the Fab 5 on it and the big 13, which was the sort of the logo piece generally for the for sure. There was also like a bunch of I think sort of countdown pins with different villains and stuff as well. Moving on then to number two, it says Beware. So I presume it was like this. It was like Heroes versus Villains, basically, a little bit, in that you have this sort of Believe and Beware. So 13 Reflections of Evil Beware jumbo pin. Again, it's Beware version of jumbo pin. And this features all the villains. So you've got Chernabog. I'll zoom in a little bit on this one as well. I don't know how you guys can see that. Chernabog, Oogie Boogie, Cruella, the Queen, Hades, Dr. Facilia, Gaston, Jafar, Maleficent, the Evil Queen, Scar, Ursula, and Captain Hook. And I believe there's probably 13 there, and they're probably all the 13, as it were. Zoom back out. The next up, we have the 13 Reflections of Evil annual pass holder pin. This was a Chernabog slider pin, LE 500, retail price $16. I like that as an idea that you sort of, I don't know, the character disappears a little bit or whatever. And then, yes, the final pin to the Countdown collection, the Evil Queen, LE 750, $15.95. I believe there was an additional one released afterwards as part of the 20th anniversary pins. That there was the Shere Khan one, which I've got. And I've got one or two of these 13 Reflection Countdown pins already, including the Shere Khan one. I can't remember who that other one is. Might be Jafar, I think I might have. Or Maleficent, possibly. So then you've got the 13 Reflections of Evil calendar pin. This was the Evil Queen pin that opens up the calendar of September with the 13th date in bold, LE 300. And then a box set of 8 additional villains that obviously didn't appear in the core 13 as you were. Shere Khan, Mother Gothel, Lady Tremaine, the Big Bad Wolf, Madam Mim, Madam Medusa, Sai and Am and Usma. Again, LE 250 at retail price 90 for the box set there. Right. 13 Reflections of Evil sculpted crests. This is a pin set. 6 Disney villains and sculpted crests. Hook, Facilia, Oogie Boogie, Chernabog, Hades, and Gaston. I like that, to be fair. I like that set. That is retailing for $89.95. 13 Reflections of Evil spinner pin, Cruella and Goofy. Good versus Evil, again back to the sort of the core tenets, and the pin actually looks like has the silhouette of Cruella Devil as well, with Cruella and Goofy on the other side. And then there's a few more of those. You've got Maleficent versus Figment. These are all at LE 300, retailing for $15.95. Wow, imagine back those good days. I think, I suppose it depends which bit flips over, but the Beware bit I think could have changed to Believe or whatever as well, but you know, I don't mind that. And then you've got Evil Queen and Mickey Mouse in sort of Fantasia outfit, Scar and Chip and Dale. That's cool, the logo pin. 13 with the various characters with their eyes lit up and everything. That is awesome. I really like that. That was LE 500, $15.95. Isn't the list, you know, obviously when you get the actual catalogues, there's obviously a list of who the artists were and stuff. You don't get that obviously on here. The 13 Reflections of Evil storybook pin set. This, you've got Chernabog, Figment, the Evil Queen, and Maleficent. Villainous sidekicks. So you've got Ursula with Flotsam and Jetsam, Maleficent and her followers, Queen of Hearts and her like guards, and then Hook and Smee, LE 250, that one. 13 Reflections of Villainous Transformations, LE 250. So you get Maleficent and the Dragon, the Evil Queen and the old sort of version of the Evil Queen, Jafar and the Giant Serpent, and Ursula and Vanessa. The 13 Reflections of Evil Villains Mystery pin set. 13 pins. It's the 13 characters there that make the appearance. And actually, you know, like the... there's your 13 characters. Oogie Boogie, Chernabog, Hook, Facilia, Queen, Ursula, Jafar, Cruella, Gaston, Queen of Hearts, Maleficent, Hades, and Scar, and they all have the number 13 on them as well. And there's the Villains Jumbo pin. That is cool. That is $150. LE 150. That is super cool. Actually, I do really like that one. And that was all the pins from that. That was 2013's pin event there. So I might have skipped a few here, but there will be others. I'm creating a list now of all the ones from other years to do as well. Hope you'll have an amazing day. Check out my previous videos on screen here and here. Subscribe down below, and I will talk to you all next time.